Is it afternoon yet? It is afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Stuart Hamilton. I've been tasked to do 2 minutes. So let's see. I was born on Long Island in Brooklyn and raised as a child in the suburbs in the 1960s and late 50s and early 70s. Dad was a policeman, and that conferred upon me diplomatic immunity. I could do anything, anywhere, and I had backup to prove it. When the bullies would attack to my right, I could stand there. When they would attack to the left, I could stand there. And I was never attacked, never, ever. When certain groups would attack with BB guns, my dad would go and speak to them, and I'd never see them again. So I grew up with a sense of confidence, not quite being invulnerable, but a sense of confidence. And it's continued throughout my life. A couple of years ago, I went to my office. I do pediatrics, and it was late at night. Why was I there? It was not a wise decision. I parked my car where it was in the light, and I came out of the building about 11:30 at night, and sure enough, someone jumped from behind the car. He came up to me, put his hand in his pocket, and I was not going to allow myself to panic. I put my hand in my pocket on my cell phone, and as he stood directly in front of me, about 3 feet away, I said, "Okay, who's going to make the first move?" And he backed down and walked away. I cannot explain it. I cannot explain it. I have been a community organizer since my first year in college. When I went to college, there were 7 black people there. I said, 7. 2 were certifiably insane. They had snapped under the stress. So that left 5 people to take over the school. And how did we do it? We were the second college in the United States of America to be taken over by the student body. It was organizing. We organized 350 people from the Students for a Democratic Society, the ill-famed SDS, and the 5 black people. And we took the buildings for as long as we could, which was 3.5 days because we had no food or water. So, continuing from there, I was a student of Martin Luther King's speeches and of Billy Graham on the radio, and decided to accept the call. I decided to accept the call of the gospel and to lay down my life in service for other folks, after I had given up my ambition of becoming a fighter pilot, which was my lifelong dream, and it took a little while for that to die. So it was flapping around on the floor, and I decided to turn and go in another direction. Moved to South Carolina, put together a 30-physician group to do poor people, and we do currently 1/3 of all the people in poverty in Richland and Lexington County in our group, with 1% local financial help. So, what can organizing for health do? Organizing for health can bring that 1% up to a bazillion percent, and we in Columbia can create the true beloved community and be a city on a hill where we can dispense the kind of care that people only dream about. And we can be a light in the present darkness and do what we are all called to do, because it is not too expensive, it is not too complicated, and it is not too difficult. We simply have to want to do it, decide to do it, and move forward together and do it. Thank you.